All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to continue with our investigating right triangles. The objective did state we're going to be solving problems with the use of the Pythagorean theorem, so we're going to continue with that. As you see, Pythagorean theorem works with right triangles, so we have two legs and then our hypotenuse C. Notice that our right angle fits nice and neat into this corner. It is not forced. And then you have your arrow coming out pointing to the C. So that's something that we want to get into a practice of doing, so that way we know where the hypotenuse is located. Our Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's what we're going to be using today. And then for this, we have our word problem. So we're going to chunk this so we get a better understanding. Whenever we have a word problem, we want to chunk. So Troy drove 11 miles east, then 5 miles north. We have a period, we're going to stop. We're going to take some time to actually draw this out. So we see that we have east and north, so that means we've got some directions going on here. So we're going to draw a small little mini compass. And then we're going to go ahead and label north, east, south, and west. Never eat soggy waffles. I don't know about you, but I'm okay with soggy waffles. I like my waffles soggy. I like my cereal soggy. So I don't know if you want to use never eat soggy waffles, never eat sour watermelon, whatever. I don't care what it is that you use to remember this, but use something. So we're going to draw this out. Troy drove 11 miles east, and then he drove 5 miles north. So to make this as accurate as possible, it's not going to be as long as the 11 miles because this is a shorter distance. So 5 miles. This is going to complete my right triangle. So I'm going to put my right angle right here. How far is Troy from his starting point? So he started here and he ended here. So how far is this guy? So again, we're going to make sure we label our hypotenuse appropriately. So we're going to go ahead and draw the arrow coming out to point to the hypotenuse, which is C. And it doesn't matter what the other two sides are. They can be A and B. I have my Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we're going to go ahead and substitute these values in. 11 squared plus 5 squared is equal to c squared. So 121 plus 25 c squared, because we don't have a number there. We're going to add these two, so 146 is equal to c squared. The next step is to take the square root, and we saw this process when we were working on geometric mean. Is 146 a perfect square? It is not. So I do know, however, that c is equal to the square root of 146. And you're going to go ahead and plug that into the calculator, and you're going to get an approximation. I'm not going to write this down because you should be able to plug it into a calculator and figure that out. Next up. A 20-foot ladder leaning against the wall is used to reach a window that is 17 feet above the ground, period. Again, I'm going to pause. I'm going to go draw. So I have a 20-foot ladder leaning against the wall. So I have my ladder. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a sketch. My ladder. Okay. So my ladder is leaning against the wall. So I have a wall. that is used to reach a window. So we have a window. So you have this like ladder leaning against the wall, coming up this way, and we're trying to reach a window. So I'm going to draw our window. Now, why do you want to reach the window? I don't know. I'm going to put like a little broken, like it's broken. You're trying to fix the window. It's 17 feet up above the ground. So I need to make sure I have the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my ground down here. With some grass. It's not perfect. It's just a sketch. And this right now, I know that this distance from here to here, this is 17 feet. My ladder, this part, the ladder, is 20 feet. Well, the building, hopefully it was built straight. So I have a right angle right here. And once again, you're going to go ahead and draw your arrow to let you know which one is your hypotenuse. And this is my letter C. Does it matter which one's A or B? No, it does not matter. So this could be A and this could be B. And then you're going to use your Pythagorean theorem for this. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. How far from the wall is the bottom of the ladder? So here's the bottom of the ladder. So right here. Bottom of ladder. And then here's my wall. So you want to know this distance here. So you want to know B. I'm going to substitute in 17 squared plus B squared is equal to 20 squared. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the calculator so you can figure that out. So 289 plus B squared is equal to 400. Subtract the 289. Make sure you do this correctly because I don't know how many mistakes this is done. So I'm going to regroup from this 3. This becomes a 10. I need to regroup again. That's 9. That's 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 8 is 1. And then 3 minus 2 is 1. So I have 111. So B squared is equal to 111. I'm going to take the square root. Is 111 a perfect square? No, it's not. So B is the square root of 111. You're going to punch that into the calculator and you'll get your approximation. That's how you do Pythagorean theorem when you have a word problem.